So recently, Far Cry 5 has released a ton of new details about the game as its March 27th release date approaches. And while the base game looks pretty enjoyable, and I'm sure it'll be a great Far Cry game, the aspect of Far Cry 5 that has me the most excited is the game's Season Pass. According to the publisher, the DLC is designed to take players on 3 uncanny adventures with a unique Far Cry twist. The 3 expansions are as follows. Hours of Darkness will see players traveling back through time to Vietnam, where they'll battle against Viet Cong soldiers, while Dead Living Zombies will pit players against a zombie horde in multiple scenarios that are inspired by B-movies. And finally, Lost on Mars will take players to Mars to go toe-to-claw with Martian aliens. And for the cherry on top, those who purchase the Season Pass will also get the single-player campaign from Far Cry 3, which will be available 4 weeks early to them before becoming available to purchase as a standalone product in summer 2018. Now while I play on Xbox, I already have Far Cry 3 available to me thanks to backwards compatibility, but looking at this wonderful Season Pass and seeing how Far Cry 5 is mostly a single player game with the added feature of co-op, it made me realize something that I've more or less been ignoring until now. Ubisoft seems to be one of the best publishers for post-launch content, and I really have to hand it to them for standing by their games and continuing to update them, despite what the initial feeling may be towards many of their products. They keep releasing good and consistent content to their games that keeps them alive and relevant. While I personally don't enjoy Rainbow Six Siege as much as the old Rainbow Six Vegas games, they did manage to update the game enough to keep the community alive years later and keep it relevant enough that it has actually grown in popularity. The same can be said for The Division, which has also gained popularity once more thanks to the great 1.8 free update. And then there's Ghost Recon Wildlands, which I was horribly disappointed with at launch, but with continued updates to fix the game's vehicle controls and adding in PvP and a plethora of maps and modes, the game has also become more fun to play once more. The trend for Ubisoft does seem to be releasing disappointing games at launch, and then updating them over time to a point where a year or 2 later, they finally feel complete. But every game seems to do this nowadays, and it has sadly become an industry norm. But for me, what I love about Ubisoft is how they release some really fun and goofy DLCs that remind us video games are for fun and shouldn't always be restricted to what is going to make the most money or what is the most realistic to a game's setting. Whether that be Ghost Recon's awesome Predator DLC, or Rainbow Six's Alien and Zombie DLC, or of course to the more recently announced Far Cry 5 Season Pass, which for me personally reminds me almost immediately of one of the best DLCs I've played in my 15 years of gaming, and that is Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, which is why I have that game's music playing in the background. It was a DLC that was made just for fun, and one that wanted to immerse the players in a beautiful and nostalgic world that was absent of today's issues of microtransactions, gaming politics, and shady business practices. If the Far Cry 5 Season Pass makes good on the potential it has, then the game and its expansions have the ability to be one of the best experiences of the year. And I know that companies like Bethesda and CD Projekt Red have also done great work with their games at launch, as well as post-launch content. But the point here is that Ubisoft isn't really a publisher that is synonymous with the terms great game or amazing DLC. Yet they seem like a publisher that, at least to me, is very deserving of being recognized for their amazing DLC, and I can't wait to see what other crazy awesome DLC the company will release next. Okay guys, well that ends this short video about why I'm excited for Far Cry 5's DLC, and why I think Ubisoft has shown themselves to be a publisher with great potential for post-launch content. But what do you all think? Are you excited for Far Cry 5 and its DLC? And what other Ubisoft games have you enjoyed that have had great post-release content? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, if you like this video and you want to see more like it, be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next Shepard Gaming video. Keyless alive.